Adolf Hitler is remembered as one of the most controversial and dangerous figures in the history of the 20th century. Yet his life is also a story that teaches how courage and determination, when combined with hatred and arrogance, can turn into complete destruction. Hitler was born in Austria in the year 1889, and his childhood was tough, though ordinary. He was just a regular boy who had an interest in painting and the arts. He dreamed of becoming a great artist one day, and to fulfill this dream, he applied to the Vienna Art Academy. But he was rejected twice. These rejections filled his heart with bitterness and stubbornness. After that, he lived in the streets of Vienna, facing poverty and hunger. In his youth, he became lonely, angry, and full of despair. When the First World War broke out, Hitler joined the German army as a soldier. During the war, he showed bravery, was wounded, and even received medals. But when the war ended and Germany was defeated, his spirit was broken. He believed that injustice had been done to Germany, that the leaders had betrayed the nation, and that the German people had been enslaved. This belief ignited a burning flame of hatred and revenge inside him. After the war, Germany was drowning in poverty, hunger, unemployment, and humiliation. In this environment, Hitler entered politics. He joined a small political party that later became known as the Nazi Party. There was a strange magnetism in his personality. His voice, his words, and his anger filled people's hearts with passion. He would stand in rallies, give long speeches, and promise the people that he would make Germany great again. Slowly, his fame began to grow, and people started believing in his words. He touched the wounds of the nation and promised to heal them. In 1933, he became the Chancellor of Germany, and within a short time, he eliminated his opponents and declared himself the absolute ruler of the nation. Through his speeches and propaganda, he captured the hearts and minds of the masses. People began to see him as their savior. Hitler revived the economy, factories started running again, employment increased, and Germany began to look powerful. But his purpose was not to serve humanity. His purpose was to spread his hatred. He declared Jews and other minorities as enemies and started a terrifying campaign against them. Millions were imprisoned in camps, tortured, and killed. This was the moment when one man's ego and hatred became a curse for the whole world. In 1939, Hitler attacked Poland, and thus the Second World War began. In the beginning, the German army achieved great victories and occupied a large part of Europe, but these victories were only temporary. Hitler's arrogance and overconfidence blinded his wisdom. He believed the whole world would bow to him, but the reality was the opposite. The Allied powers surrounded Germany. His armies grew weak, and that empire, which he thought would last for 1,000 years, collapsed within a few years. In 1945, when the enemy entered Berlin, Hitler hid in his underground bunker. He was not ready to accept defeat, nor could he ask for forgiveness or face reality. In the end, he ended his life by committing suicide. Thus, a man who, with his effort and determination, had once given hope to a broken nation because of his hatred and madness, became a disaster not only for his country, but for the entire world. Hitler's story teaches us that courage, self-confidence, and leadership, if combined with justice, love, and humanity, can turn the world into heaven. But if these same qualities are joined with arrogance, revenge, and hatred, they turn the world into hell. Hitler showed that the personality and words of one individual can change the destiny of millions. But if that personality is built on negativity and hatred, the outcome is nothing but destruction. His entire journey is a lesson that the true purpose of power and knowledge is to serve humanity. And if that purpose is lost, then no matter how great the power you achieve, The final result will always be defeat and disgrace.